get some money, get some money, money, get some money, get some money, get some money, money, get some money, get some money, get some money, money, get some money, get some money.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight we kick off Week 6 with a great Thursday night matchup between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Atlanta Falcons. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. A fairly short kick from the 14. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And complete to Drake London. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll look to throw. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it, and the Buccaneers are going to have a short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Taken down at the 47-yard line.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Looks for White, but it's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons will have solid field position here as they take over at the 45-yard line. So problems with Aaron passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and you can't do it all on one throw.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to throw. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Back to throw now on 1st down. And he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. And they put it on the ground here on the 2nd drive. And, of course, Charles, that follows drive number 1 where they had the INT.
Makes you wonder what's going on with this team, because a lot of times we can attribute it to nerves, but maybe it's a lack of focus. Maybe it's the preparation for the game.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Boy, just zero hesitation from the rookie passer there, partner. He is coming out firing in this opening quarter.
And all the talk leading into this game was that pass rush, talking about challenging this guy, getting into his grill, getting into his space. And how about him? Might be his first year in the NFL, but I don't see any fear in him at all. How about that big-time throw right out of the gate?
And Johnson's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, if you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win. Barton, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays, because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Bucs are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner, and with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You called that pick in early, and he showed why he was so coveted with that interception there.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On third down, a run from White. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. 3 yards won't be enough here, as that'll bring up 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
Davis throwing on 4th down. Complete right side to Otten. And he's got room. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Davis now. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great effort there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Buccaneers have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. And Johnson's extra point up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. Pulls it in at the 13. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week, and you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And he finds McLaurin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. First and 10, it's Patterson. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. He'll look to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now back to throw. Got his man. It's London. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll set up to throw. That's Cordero Patterson hauling it in. Down inside the 10. Touchdown, Falcons. Cordero Patterson. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons have cut it back within a score. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Here's Koo to kick it off. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win, but we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit. Put it all together, they've got a chance of coming out with a W.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hand.
Looks for White, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
This is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Falcons are an extra point away from evening this one up. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
Throwing on second down, Davis. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack.
But that's what they have to do more defensively, not just getting sacks. We have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been calling him up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Falcons are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ground so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. The Falcons at 2-3 here to begin the new season. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
Touchdown! Drake London, 32 yards. And the Falcons have moved out in front. Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. From the 30 on second down, Davis. He's got a man complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27. We saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there. First down, here's White. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose one or two. On 2nd and 11 now. Davis. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Smith. And he does not get to the first down marker as they stop him at the 19. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On 4th down, Davis. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bucs trying on 4th down to come up empty. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Looking deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Falcons. Drake London with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Falcons will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half. And now to give us momentum going into the second half, give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it. Well, that's a big defensive stop there, and it takes away a lot of the momentum from the offense coming off that big completion the prior snap. Give big credit to the defense for bouncing back.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. Davis. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Now, with a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Davis being chased out left. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. So touchdowns on their first 2 drives, but looking like that won't be the case here.
Yeah, it looks like someone put their dukes up a little bit, doesn't it? Maybe decided to finally make a stand because those first 2 drives, they got run over. Now, finally, got their feet under them, got a little bit of balance. They're getting off the field.
This is fielded at the 27. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. So this a 2-possession ball game as we get back underway, set for the 3rd quarter. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And that might be just what they needed to get back in this game. Sometimes you need a big play to shake things up. Get a little life in your sideline, get everyone believing again, and they got it there in a big way.
So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Looking to throw. Davis. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. You're the offensive coordinator. You like looking at that.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the Falcons are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. They'll set up a throw. This pass is caught by London and able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a 1st down. Give to Patterson running to the right. And he gets this one just shy of the 40 down at the 39. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. This a quick slant, and he's got Terry McLaurin. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Running left, here's Patterson. And some room to work. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 54 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. They've kept him in check until that run. That's the first time he's really gotten loose in this game.
And they have to keep that in mind. Don't dwell on the fact that he finally had a big run. You kind of are counting on that as the game went on. Get back to what you were doing before. Start limiting him again.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Into the hands of London. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 14. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Terry McLaurin, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Falcons go 98 yards and finish it off in the end zone. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. A fairly short kick from the 14. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. The 2 big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27. Davis now throwing on 1st down. And my goodness, another interception. And the Falcons are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. And he's going to get this from the 6 out to the 12. A pickup of 6 as they double their workspace. And 3rd quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock, and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. The Falcons send out their punter as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now Davis on 1st down. They'll let this go for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Davis. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Von Bell. And the Falcons are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Patterson running between the tackles. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. On the move to his left. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 27-yard line. They'll drop to throw. That ball is caught. It's London for the Atlanta touchdown. A great play there. 27 yards. And the Falcons look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Looking to throw. Davis. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Davis. He's going to take another shot here. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Falcons are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. They brought the house that time on a young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that,
The ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, they certainly got dented with that first down run, so now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 22 yards there, a first down.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
So again from the 39, this time from the other side of the field. Here's 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Second and 11. They'll give it to Patterson. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
3rd down, here's Patterson. And a short gain down to about the 33. 2 yards on the pickup there, it's 4th down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Koo knocks this one through the post. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
Koo just hit the field goal. Now he kicks off. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now this game, it was well in hand early, never really in doubt. Charles, you and I do so many games together. There's so much parity in the NFL, a lot of close battles. This was not one. Tip your cap to them for a really impressive effort.
Yeah, and you know, as the game went on, I think the defense kind of got together and said, you see our guys on offense, they're just putting up point after point. We need to leave our mark somehow, too, and they did it, pitching a second-half shutout.
So for the Falcons, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face the Panthers next week. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And they will be back home next week for a date with the Washington Commanders.